Okay, here is this stream test number 3. I just went on a whole big journey with ChatGPT telling me to do all this crazy stuff. I was in terminal, probably rendering irreversible harm to my laptop. Uh, I downloaded a different web browser, and then when all that didn't work, I just wiggled the cord, and that seems to have fixed everything. So, I gotta say, man, I'm kind of sick of ChatGPT. It's led me down the wrong path many times, including this rash on my face, which I should probably go to the ER about because it's been about 6 months. Oh, anyway, let's see if we can get back on track here. Something about Maduro. Yes, all right. So this is Fox News, so they're of course going to be they're going to frame this in as positive a way as possible. We already know that, but I'm just interested to see how they cover this. So let's see. Trump. U.S. captures Venezuela's Maduro. So the U.S. captured the president of Venezuela.
Is CNN breaking news.
Welcome to CNN.
Oh, this is CNN. My bad.
Well, in Atlanta, the breaking news this morning, President Trump says the U.S. carried out large-scale strikes on Venezuela overnight.
Oh my God.
President Nicolas Maduro and his wife, Celia Flores, have been captured and flown out of the country. Attorney General Pam Bondi says both of them have been indicted and in a social media post says that they will, quote, soon face the full wrath of American justice. The Venezuelan vice president
Oh my God, dude.
has no idea where Maduro and the First Lady are.
Faced with this brutal situation and this
This is so
attack, we do not know the whereabouts of President.
Bro, this is so bad, man. So they're gonna charge them with narco-terrorism. Narco-terrorism, by the way, is this a new term? I mean, like, oh my God.
Nicolas Maduro and First Lady Celia Flores. We demand immediate proof of life from the government of President Donald Trump, proof of life for President Maduro and the First Lady.
President Trump says that he'll address the nation on the strikes from Mar-a-Lago later this morning. Right now, it's quiet in the capital of Caracas just hours after the strikes, but earlier, explosions rocked Venezuela, knocked out power, and sent people running outside.
Oh my God, bro. Oh my God.
Is at La Carlota Air Base in Caracas. CNN's Nick Payton-Walsh joins me now from London. Nick, we just heard from Issa Suarez speaking with some of her sources in country about the fear of what could come next because so many questions are unanswered.
Yeah, I mean, let's go through what we know has happened so far. Since about 1 a.m. local time, and the series of explosions rocked Caracas and other parts of Venezuela. Multiple helicopters seen in the air, and then clearly a U.S. Special Forces operation that removed Nicolas Maduro and his wife from what should have been their heavily fortified and secured premises in the capital there. Hard to understate quite what a move this is geopolitically.
Dude, what?
The White House to remove the sitting president of a country which it considers to be a regional irritant. Startling. Successful, certainly. Daring, certainly. Well, and also efficient, frankly, given what it seems the brevity, comparatively, of this operation and the impact that it is having. The Attorney General, Pam Bondi, hinting that the indictments in the Southern District of New York Court will be the ones that Maduro faced. He had a $50 million
What the
bounty
fuck?
seeking information that could lead towards his capture, and it may well be that the delay we're seeing since Trump's tweet in the early hours of this morning, his 74-word social media post that removed the extraordinary mystery, frankly, or the unresponsibility of exactly what was happening in the skies of Caracas, very quickly to explain that, as many suspected, it was the U.S. military behind.
The United States of America has successfully carried out a large-scale strike against Venezuela and its leader, President Nicolas Maduro, who has been, along with his wife, captured and flown out of the country. This operation was done in conjunction with U.S. law enforcement. Details to follow. Oh my God, bro.
It now appears that potentially the delay may be about transferring
Look.
Maduro inside.
I mean, look, I'm not a genius for making this comparison, but look right here. This is absolutely true. Venezuela is the new Iraq. This is the same playbook, except this is I won't even make any qualifiers. For all intents and purposes, this is the exact same fucking thing. Like, this is so crazy, man.
Can solve for when President Trump addresses the nation about this move, extraordinary as it is. But I think once perhaps for Trump allies, the exhilaration of removing Maduro, who has been an authoritarian dictator behind violence against protesters and opponents for 13 years. Once that
Bro, okay, I don't know a lot about Venezuelan politics, but to just say that the guy was a bad leader or he's a dictator or whatever in order to justify this is so stupid. That's so stupid. That's not how it works. I can't believe this, man.
The hard questions now must be answered about what to do with Venezuela's crippled economy. That has been the reason why Maduro has needed to be authoritarian. The mismanagement of basic things like inflation foodstuffs that permeates that entire country. What happens now to Venezuela's military, heavily hit during this brief series of strikes? I should point out the explosions we've been seeing in these videos, utterly alien to life in sleepy, peaceful Caracas, will have terrified the millions who live there.
Good Lord!
The likely course for Venezuela's political elite is indeed Delcy Rodriguez the successor. Does she immediately seek a detente with the United States to prevent a similar abduction in the middle of the night?
Oh my God.
These are all urgent questions, and I think the key thing here is for the United States to have planned for the aftermath of Maduro with the same efficiency, detail and resolve as they clearly planned his capture and abduction. The US military, very good at this sort of thing, be it bin Laden in Pakistan, Zawahiri, the Al-Qaeda leader in...
Okay, first of all, it took them like 11 years to get bin Laden, so I don't know why this guy is trying to draw a comparison there. That's not a very apt comparison, considering when did President Trump decide Venezuela was like an enemy? It was like a week ago.
Afghanistan, Maduro, a man with lesser charges against him in Venezuela, but they fail repeatedly in what comes next. And
Also, Osama bin Laden was hiding. This was the president. Like, they know where to find him. It's like, oh my God, I hate this so much. I seriously hate this so much. I can't even believe this, man. This is so bad. Holy crap, this is terrible.
many in Venezuela will be deeply hoping that they now see some sort of future ahead of them where their economic and political problems become part of the United States' focus and they're not just left to see further.
Oh my God, look at...
The United States, particularly the Trump administration, want to see many of the hundreds of thousands of Venezuelans on US soil go home. And
oh, fucking hell.
Venezuela would permit that to happen at a faster pace. But we are today in unprecedented territory. In Moscow and Beijing, they will be looking at how their ally, Maduro, is suddenly whisked away from a place where he should have felt security of diplomacy, of the international world order. He may now soon be in a New York courthouse to face drug charges.
Russia, as I said a moment ago, is now asking for immediate clarification on the U.S. claims that it has captured Maduro.
They'll probably get that.
Yeah. Nick Payton-Walsh, thanks so much.
Fuck, I can't even think. Hold on.
Senior White House reporter Kevin Lip.
What's it called when people come here because they're genuinely afraid or they're genuinely in danger? Because that's a kind of important I can't think right now. I can't even think. This is a fucking nightmare. Oh my God. Asylum. Okay. I should say seeking asylum, U.S. Okay, so around 700,000 Venezuelans are in the United States. However, they can't say how many of those are seeking asylum or just, you know, the granting of asylum has been far less common. As of 2023, just over 347,000 Venezuelans had been formally granted refugee status. Okay, that's not the same thing. It's not like, I mean, it's not, this is the crazy thing. It's like the window of time where referencing any U.S. institution for anything close to accuracy, that window of time is literally closing right now. I mean, the Trump regime is actively changing things to just look better. Like, in the immigration apparatus in this country, who knows? Like, who's allowed in? Who's allowed to even count these numbers? Who's allowed to give these numbers? I can't trust any of it. And you know what? I'm really interested to see how like Fox News, for example, is gonna spin this. I mean, CNN is completely neutered and just, I mean, the guy's fucking praising the how efficiently United States troops went and bombed a city and kidnapped a president. Like, is that really what needs to be said right now? Like, should we really be applauding? Like, this is insane. This is fucking terrible.
I wonder, Mr. President, I want to ask you because from your Vice President, J.D. Vance, said that the message is pretty clear: the drug trafficking must stop.
Oh my God! So this is over drug trafficking. Have you guys like in the past 10 years or however long you've been alive? Do you ever remember hearing about Venezuela being like a really big player in drug trafficking to the United States? I haven't. One thing I do know about Venezuela is they have the largest oil reserves in the world. Uh, I mean, this is so shallow. Like it takes barely any thought to understand what is going on. Like this is not right. I mean, this is Iraq all over, except no 9/11 happened. I guess their 9/11 for this is just like drugs in general being like bad. That's their 9/11. No, that's not even close. And just like with Iraq, they're misattributing their 9/11. They're placing the blame on this 9/11 where they have the most oil. It's not. This is not accurate. This is not. And dude, this has got to be the breaking point for a lot of you conservatives out there. I really hope this is, man. Like, I know there's going to be some really, really, really stupid / maybe not stupid, but just terrible people that will be, applaud this because they hate brown people. They love Trump. They think drugs are bad. Like, but this is insane, bro.
A message that you're sending to Mexico, to Claudia Sheinbaum?
Mexico?
Well, it wasn't meant to be, and we're very friendly with her. She's a good woman, but the cartels are running Mexico. She's not running Mexico. The cartels are running Mexico.
Why are we talking about Mexico?
Be politically correct and be nice and say, "Oh yes, she is." No, she's very, she's very the cartels. They're running Mexico, and I've asked her numerous times, "Would you like us to take out the cartels?" No, Mr. President. No, please. So we have to do something because we lost. The real number is 300,000 people, in my opinion. They like to say 100,000. 100,000 is a lot of people, but the real number is 300,000 people, and we lost it to drugs. And they
oh my God, bro. Do you think Donald Trump gives a single solitary fuck about people dying of drug overdoses? Dude, this is so flimsy. This is so shallow. And it's so disgusting.
Mostly the southern border. Plenty come in through Canada too, by the way, in case you don't know.
Well, then why don't we go? Let's bomb Canada and fucking kidnap Trudeau then. If that's the only logic that's required. What the hell?
Through the southern border, and something's going to have to be done with Mexico.
Oh my God.
Why did you decide to do this morning?
Are you talking about calling you people or the shot?
Shut the fuck up.
Which is
fucking sycophantic.
I'm calling you. I haven't spoken to anybody else because Charlie Hurd has been a great friend of mine for a long time. He was with me when it was not fashionable. And those are the people I like. He was with me, Charlie, when it was not at all fashionable. So that's the reason I'm doing this. And your show is great. You're doing a great job. What a good team.
But I meant, why did you make the decision to take out Maduro this morning? And what was Maduro doing when our guys came in on him?
Oh my God.
We were going to do this 4 days ago, but the weather was not perfect. The weather has to be perfect. And we had just the perfect weather. We had, very good. A little bit few more clouds than we thought, but it was good. We waited 4 days. We were going to do this 4 days ago, 3 days ago, 2 days ago. And then all of a sudden it opened up and we said go. And I'll tell you, it was just amazing. And what was he doing? He was in a very highly guarded, like a fortress, actually. He was in a fortress. That we had nobody killed was amazing. I think we had nobody killed, I have to say, because a couple of guys were hit, but they came back and they're supposed to be in pretty good shape. But that we had nobody killed, that we lost no aircraft. Everything came back. We got it all back. One of them was hit pretty hard, but a helicopter, but we got it back. But it just was the right time to do it. We had to do it because it's a war. We're losing 300,000 people a year. We don't lose that much in a war.
Oh my God, bro.
And we had to do it. But he was in a house that was more.
Okay, so it's a war because people are dying. So I guess we also have a war against diabetes. I guess there's also a war against suicide. And just like with drugs, to attribute a problem like this to a single political figure is dumb. It's not true. It's not accurate. like this will do nothing for as far as oh my god, as far as drugs, as far as people overdosing on drugs, this insanely illegal operation to bomb a sovereign country and literally kidnap their fucking leader, this will not help that at all. And Trump knows that. Of course, they all know that. This is all bullshit. This is all bullshit. Like, I just can't wrap my head around, like, obviously this leadership apparatus is going to keep doing insanely fucked up illegal things. But the people, American people, need to, like, just come to terms with how terrible this is. Like, how much propaganda can you eat before you're starving for something more substantive? How much of this bullshit can you really believe before your brain just breaks and, like, you naturally just have to grasp reality once again? Because this is not healthy. If, like, anyone that is seeing this and feeling supportive or proud or whatever, like, you're sick. You're a sick person. Like, this is sick. This is so sick.
A fortress than a house. It had steel doors. It had what they call a safety space, where it's, solid steel all around. He didn't get that space closed. He was trying to get into it, but he got bum rushed so fast that he didn't get into that. We were prepared. We had, massive blowtorches and everything else that you need to get through there.
My God, bro.
But we didn't need it. He didn't make it to that area of the house.
Mr. President, your war on narco-terrorism from our southern border and beyond clearly will save American lives. Moving forward for Venezuela, what do you think is next for the Venezuelan people now that you have removed Maduro so that he can face American justice?
Well, we're making that decision now.
Oh my God, you're making it now?
Somebody.
You probably should have. Oh my God. I don't even know what to say, man. Like, dude. Like, is it even important to commit a disgusting act, like, correctly? Does it even matter? If the act itself is this wrong, does it even matter? But, like, what's going to happen to the Venezuelan... Dude, they don't care about the Venezuelan people. They don't care. God, can you imagine, bro, what it's like for people living in Caracas who took those videos of their city getting bombed? Like,
well, we're making that decision now. We can't take a chance on letting somebody else run and just take over where he left or left off. So we're making that decision now. We'll be involved in it very much. And we want to do liberty for the people. We want to, have a great relationship. I think the people of Venezuela are very, very happy because they love the United States. They were run by essentially a dictatorship or worse. It couldn't have been worse. It was a terrible thing that was taking place in Venezuela. But look, tremendous numbers of people were being killed through drugs. And what they did to our country in sending prisoners and people from mental institutions and drug lords and everything, they sent them by the hundreds.
yeah, I'm sure the Venezuelan people are very happy. They love the United States. By the way, all the Venezuelan people that are here in the United States are, they're all criminals and they need to get the fuck out. Great. Very sound.
Of thousands of people into our country. And that is just unforgivable. That's why, he wanted to negotiate at the end, and I didn't want to negotiate. I said, nope, we got to do it. He was trying to negotiate.
He was trying, dude. This is so fucked up.
And trying hard to make a deal. And I said, this could have been a very foolish thing if it didn't work out. But I said, nope, we can't do it. What he did with drugs was bad. What he did with a lot of other things was bad. But what he did was sending hundreds of thousands of Tren de Aragua and drug dealers. And they emptied out their jails into our country. They emptied out, if you think about it, they emptied out all of their mental institutions.
Source, please. Source, please.
And every other thing is unforgivable.
Source, please. So I guess Venezuela's prisons are completely empty, right? Is that what we're saying? Because they're all here. They emptied their prisons into the United States. Source, please. This is the fucking president of the United States of America, folks. This is unbelievable. Look, even Fox News's video titles are like written in Trump speak. Maduro regime responsible for many deaths. Many deaths. Is this the stupidest, like... I think this is probably just the most stupidity we've ever been exposed to. Like, people in the highest levels of government are operating... I mean... the fucking, just the contempt that they have for American people to, and how insanely stupid they treat us like we are, and I guess a lot of us are, so whatever. It's this is unbelievable. The tactical level here was almost unheard of. Yeah, let's celebrate how good the military did at committing a fucking war crime. Oh my god. I know this is Fox, so I shouldn't be surprised, but look at these comments. This is terrible. As a Mexican, you don't need to invade Mexico. Just throw precision drones to cartels. Yeah, does that actually sound like a thing you can just do to someone? Like, yeah, you know how the cartels, they all gather in that one place that's like totally, guarded from all regular civilians? Just, just precision drone strike that. Fucking idiot. How about arresting the corrupt politician? This is what people want to see, bro? What the fuck would Ilhan Omar or Tim Walz be arrested for? You don't care. Like, these people don't care. They don't need to see a crime. They just want people they don't like or that Trump doesn't like, so then they don't like to be basically... I mean, let's be honest, bro. This is what they're willing to say out loud right now. But without this word right here, you know what they really want to see. Not that one is even much better than the other. Like, personally, I would probably rather die than be in prison. So this is just... Yes, that is ironic. Ironic that Trump took the president of Venezuela for narco-terrorism, but just released a massive drug dealer, Juan Hernandez, last month. Yeah, it's a complete joke, and that's not the only insane criminal that he has released. Please dismantle the drug cartels in Mexico. In my opinion, they do far worse than Venezuela. Do you guys think that the any drug cartels that existed in Venezuela just got dismantled? That's not what just happened. Like, dude, did people die in this? They said no deaths. Oh, I guess there were deaths. 115. Holy. Civilians, yeah. Bro, this is so fucking terrible, man. Venezuela is gonna hate the US forever, and they absolutely should. They absolutely should. I can't believe this, man. Vows to run Venezuela. Oh my God, bro. I don't know how much more of this I can. Seriously, like, I'm genuinely upset. I feel sick. I'm not even joking. I'm not, like, I can't, like, watch. I literally might throw up. I feel sick. Dude, these are the worst fucking people right here.
Run Venezuela. So who's in power right now?
Well, we're going to be running it with a group, and we're going to make sure it's run properly. We're going to rebuild the oil infrastructure, which will cost billions of dollars. It'll be paid for by the oil companies directly. They will be reimbursed for what they're doing, but that's going to be paid. And we're going to get the oil flowing the way it should be. As you know, it was just a minor flow. It was actually a minor flow for what they have.
Yeah, that's why. That's the whole premise.
We're going to make sure the people of Venezuela are taken care of.
Nothing to do with drugs.
The people that were forced out of Venezuela by this thug are also taken care of.
The people that were forced out of Venezuela, is he talking about the prisons being emptied out? Who is he talking about there? I'm not sure. Because we know how he's taking care of Venezuelan immigrants and all immigrants in the United States right now. It's not good.
Does the U.S. running the country mean that U.S. troops will be on the ground? How will that work?
Well, you know, they always say boots on the ground. Oh, so we're not afraid of boots on the ground if we have to have. We had boots on the ground last night at a very high level, actually. We're not afraid of it. We don't mind saying it. But we're going to make sure that that country is run properly. We're not doing this in vain. This is a very dangerous attack. This is an attack that could have gone very, very badly. Could have gone very badly. We could have lost a lot of people last night. We could have lost a lot of dignity. We could have lost a lot of equipment. The equipment is less important, but we could have lost a lot. And we're going to make sure that this is proper. We're there now. We're ready to go again if we have to. We're going to run the country right. It's going to run very...
Motherfucker, you can't run the country you're fucking supposed to.
Judiciously, very fairly. It's going to make a lot of money. We're going to give money to the people. We're going to reimburse people that were taken advantage of. We're going to take care of everybody. It's very important. We couldn't let them get away with it. You know, they stole our oil. We built that whole industry there. And
oh, weird. Look, he's not even talking about drugs because he's too fucking tired. He's too tired to keep lying, and he doesn't even have to. He doesn't even have to. The fucking mask is off, bro. This is about oil. This is fucking disgusting.
Over like we were nothing, and we had a president that decided not to do anything about it. So we did something about it.
Yeah. There it is, right there, folks. There it is.
We're going to take care of everybody.
He's telling you what this is actually about in plain English right here.
We couldn't let them get away with it. You know, they stole our oil. We built that whole industry there, and they just took it over like we were nothing, and we had a president that decided not to do anything about it. So we did something about it. We're late, but we did something about it. Yeah, please.
President, will you explain the exact mechanism by which you're going to run the country? Are you going to designate a U.S. official to coordinate?
Yes, it's all being done right now. We're designating people. We're talking to people. We're designating various people, and we're going to let you know who those people are.
That would run Venezuela.
Well, it's largely going to be for a period of time. The people that are standing right behind me, we're going to be running it. We're going to be bringing it back. It's a dead. You know, I talk about a dead country. A year and a half ago, we were a dead country. Now we're the hottest country.
A year and a half ago, we were in a position, according to this man, where it would be correct for a foreign military to come in, bomb Washington, D.C., and kidnap the president, and then run the country for us. Are you fucking serious, dude?
In the world, we're a country doing better than any country anywhere in the world. And
when Biden was president, we were a dead country. Now we're the best country in the world. Venezuela is a dead country. Like, dude, meaningless words. Words totally devoid of meaning.
Required leadership. Venezuela has a lot of bad people in there, a lot of bad people that shouldn't be leading. We're not going to take a chance that one of those people take over for Maduro. So you can look at, and others, we have fantastic people, including people in the military. So we're going to have a group of people running it until such time as it can be put back on track, make a lot of money for the people, and give people a great way of life, and also reimbursement for people in our country that were forced out of Venezuela.
Rubio would be...
You said earlier today that you weren't going to back Machado to come back and be the opposition leader in your Fox and Friends interview. And then you also mentioned the vice president of Venezuela. Are you going to work with the vice president of Venezuela, or how do you foresee the relationship going?
I understand she was just sworn in, but she was, as you know, picked by Maduro. So Marco's working on that directly. He's just had a conversation with her, and she's essentially willing to do what we think is necessary to make Venezuela great again. Very simple.
Oh my God.
Mr. President, Colombian President Gustavo Petro, a couple weeks ago, he said he's got to watch his ass. And today, he said he's not concerned about anything happening to him in the aftermath of this operation. So, just what your message is about that?
He has cocaine mills. He has factories where he makes cocaine. And yeah, I think I stick by my first statement. He's making cocaine. They're sending it into the United States. So he does have to watch his ass.
How many people are dying of cocaine overdoses? Like, that's not the thing that's killing everybody. It's fentanyl. This is so retarded. I'm sorry.
Mr. President, did you notify any members of Congress in advance?
Marco, do you want to talk about that? Because you were involved in it.
Sure. We called members of Congress immediately after. This was not the kind of mission that you can do congressional notification on. It was a trigger-based mission in which conditions had to be met night after night. We watched and monitored that for a number of days.
So we watched the weather. We couldn't tell Congress. We watched the weather for a number of days. We had to monitor the weather. You can't tell Congress about stuff like this.
Simply not the kind of mission you can call people and say, hey, we may do this at some point in the next...
Yeah, because they tell you that you're fucking crazy.
But it's largely a law enforcement function. Remember, at the end of the day, at its core, this was an arrest of 2 indicted fugitives of American justice, and the Department of War supported the Department of Justice in that job. Now, there are broader policy implications here, but it's just not the kind of mission that you can
My God,
because
dude.
it endangers the mission.
Plus, if I could add one thing to that, Congress has a tendency to leak. This would not be good. If they leaked, General, I think it would have been maybe a very different result. But
Yeah, like maybe not doing it. Maybe you don't do it.
a lot of ships out there, they sort of knew we were coming. We went through. But Congress will leak, and we don't want leakers.
President, you were one of the only people to watch this all play out live. What was Maduro doing when the U.S. forces entered what I assume would be his home? And also, was there any point where the U.S. was considering if Maduro pushed back or resisted killing Maduro?
It could have happened. It could have happened. He was trying to get into a safe place. You know what a safe place is, all steel. And he wasn't able to make it to the door because our guys were so fast. They went through the opposition so fast. And there was a lot of opposition. You know, people were wondering, do we get them by surprise? Sort of surprised, but they were waiting for something. It was a lot of opposition. There was a lot of gunfire. You saw some of it today. But he was trying to get to his safe place, which wasn't safe because we would have had the door blown up in about 47 seconds, they say on average.
47, interesting.
How thick the steel was.
This guy can only fucking think of like two numbers.
It was a very thick door. It was a very heavy door, but he was unable to get to that door. He made it to the door. He was unable to close it.
That's so awesome.
Where is Maduro going to be in the time being right now? Do you know his exact
Well,
whereabouts?
eventually, ultimately, in the near future, he's going to be brought to New York.
And where is he going to be held? Where is he going to be held in New York? Do you know?
That's going to be up to the officials that do these things.
Mr. President, the U.S. has something of a mixed track record of ousting dictators without necessarily a plan for what comes afterwards.
Not with
Did
me,
that weigh on your decision?
Well, that's when we had different presidents, but with me, that's not true. With me, we've had a perfect track record of winning. We win a lot, and we win. If you look at Soleimani, you look at al-Baghdadi, you look at
These are people that you killed. Yes, you killed these people.
You wouldn't have peace in the Middle East. We have essentially peace in the Middle East because of that. If we weren't successful with Midnight.
There's peace in the Middle East now, thanks to Trump. Like, are we? Is this? This is just fully unhinged, fully detached from reality nonsense.
You wouldn't have peace in the Middle East. So, with me, you've had a lot of victory. You've had only victories. You've had no losses. Yeah.
Oh my God, bro.
How long do you expect the U.S. to run Venezuela, and how soon do you want Venezuelan people to hold elections?
So I'd like to do it quickly, but it takes a period of time. You know, we're rebuilding. We have to rebuild their whole infrastructure. The infrastructure is...
Guys, I'm sorry. I just got to stop this for 1 second and just tell you. If someone is insanely arrogant and just insists upon everything they do being the right thing and them only winning, never losing, that's not a good thing. That is not a good thing. That's a bad person. That's the person that is leading this country. It's someone that is just extremely arrogant, completely erroneous in what they say. Just flat out lie to your face type shit.
It's very dangerous. It's blow up territory. Oil is very dangerous. It's a very dangerous thing to take out of the ground. It can kill a lot of people. It has killed a lot of people doing just that. The infrastructure is old. It's rotted. Much of it is stuff that we put there 25 years ago, and we're going to be replacing it. And we're going to take a lot of money out so that we can take care of the country.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee Meck.
Yeah, sorry. I didn't know about this news story until I opened the internet earlier. This is like disgusting. This is terrible. Yeah, exactly, Jeff Bridges. That's what I'm saying. Doesn't care about drugs. It's not about drugs. I'm happy I wasn't the only one who read between the lines. Dude, hopefully, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I get that American people, by and large, are kind of dumb, okay? And I am an American person, but, like, are we this dumb? We can't be this dumb. I'm not ready to accept that. Larry Tate, great. We will do it much better for everyone involved than a corrupt dictator. Dude, Trump is a corrupt dictator, you fucking idiot. Exactly. I know, right? Our corrupt leader is much better than their corrupt leader. This is hilarious, dude. This is terrible. Terribly hilarious. Larry Tate said, you have an actual convicted felon as a president. There's no way. Oh, no, sorry. He's responding to Larry Tate. I was about to say. I thought someone was saying that about Maduro. No, Trump is a convicted felon. Trump is a fucking criminal. Trump should be in prison right now. And I'm not a big Law and Order guy, okay? I'm not saying that because I'm like, oh, anyone I disagree with should go to jail. But as far as the law is concerned and how many he's broken, if he was held to the same standard as you or I, he would absolutely be in prison. Dude, I'm so glad these... Wait, is this Fox? This is Fox News, and the comments are actually not completely brain dead. Look at this. This is great. Yeah, wake up, people. Wake up. Dude, this comment section, honestly, I'm gonna leave it at this because this actually makes me feel slightly better. Because this is Fox News, and this comment section is all people addressing the obvious issues with this. I don't even know. I don't know how bad my language is even allowed to be when I'm streaming like this. Look, fentanyl comes from China. Like, maybe this is narcissistic of me, but it is nice to see people saying the same things I'm saying, because I believe what I'm saying is based in very common sense. It's based in reality. It's not based in some weird sycophantic love for a politician. I don't have love for politicians on either side like that. You have to judge actions. You have to face facts. And this is exactly the type of stuff this guy's going to be doing for the next 3 years. Wow, this comment section is so reassuring. It really is. Dude, okay. All right, people aren't we're not 100% I don't know, lobotomized. All right, this is all I can do for now. I need to eat some food and I mean, this is terrible. This is so terrible. Yeah, we're still in year 1 of term 2. This is the type of shit. So it's not good, not good, not good, not good, not good. Very, very bad. Very, 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 very bad. All right. I'll see y'all next time.